θα είχαν μόλις 5 λεπτά προτού ο Μπρετ υποστεί μία αναστρέψιμη εγκεφαλική βλάβη. Προκαλώντας υποθερμία, οι γιατροί πιστεύουν ότι μπορούν να αυξήσουν τα όρια πολύ περισσότερο.
We're looking at about 60 minutes of time here. We do have in the back of our mind always how long things are taking.
Παρότι είναι κλινικά νεκρός, οι χειρουργοί πιστεύουν ότι ο Μπρετ μπορεί να ανακτήσει τις αισθήσεις του.
The first time you ever see it, you're thinking science fiction. I mean, it just seems like no one should be able to undertake this and survive.
It's not like you're playing God and you're taking away their soul or something. But that's the part that's kind of fascinating, is at what point can the consciousness not be brought back?
Πού βρίσκεται όμως ο Μπρετ όλο αυτό το διάστημα? Μια παλιότερη ασθενής του δόκτωρα Σπέτσλερ ισχυρίζεται ότι έχει αναμνήσεις από τον δικό της κλινικό θάνατο.
We've had one particular patient who's had an out-of-body experience during the time that she was in this, quote, suspended animation or cardiac standstill.
Η καρδιά της Παμ Ρέινολτς σταμάτησε για περισσότερα από 30 λεπτά. Και εκείνη ισχυρίζεται ότι βίωσε μια ασυνήθιστη εμπειρία.
She found herself floating above and looking down at the operation and able to describe things that seemed surprisingly accurate.
I felt an isolated vibration that was nowhere else in the body, just the top of the head. And boom, I popped out. I heard a female voice saying, "We have a problem. Her veins and arteries are too small." I actually thought that somehow they had triggered a hallucination. I began to sense a presence, and I turned around to sort of look at it, and it was a tiny pinpoint of light that got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I was traveling towards the light, leaving what was going on in the OR behind me. It's as if everything there had a life of its own. Met my grandmother. I was told in no uncertain terms that I would be going back. That this was the stopping point. I think it was a bridge between what happens when we're alive and what happens when we're dead.
When your brain waves are completely flat and you have no longer any brainstem reflexes, it is hard to contemplate where that activity would come from within the brain that can give you those sort of images.
Where was the consciousness? Why did it occur outside of any brain waves?
Η ομάδα του Σπέτσλερ πάλεψε σκληρά για να επαναφέρει την Παμ, κάνοντάς της 2 φορές ηλεκτροσόκ για να λειτουργήσει η καρδιά της και πάλι.
So the second time I hit the body, and it was like diving into a pool of ice water. It hurt. I think often of the valley of the shadow of death, and I wonder if maybe that wasn't the shadow of death.
Στην Αριζόνα, η οικογένεια Κέρερ περιμένει εναγωνίως τα νέα για την εγχείρηση του Μπρετ. Ήταν νεκρός για πάνω από 10 λεπτά. Η θερμοκρασία του σώματός του έφτασε τους 12 βαθμούς Κελσίου. Μεγάλο μέρος του αίματος του αντλήθηκε από το σώμα του, προκαλώντας διάρρηξη του ανευρίσματος στον εγκέφαλό του.
At which point that aneurysm suddenly becomes soggy and it becomes very pliable.
Now we really get our first view of the aneurysm. This structure right below us, right there.
Σε αυτό το σύντομο χρονικό διάστημα που η καρδιά του Μπρετ δεν λειτουργεί, ο Δόκτωρ Σπέτσλερ προσπαθεί να αφαιρέσει το ανέβρισμα.
It's probably hard to appreciate is actually how deep we are, but we're in a deep hole and we go deeper and deeper, and that's why this is such a difficult case.
Και πράγματι τα καταφέρνει. Το επόμενο βήμα για τον δόκτορα Σπέτσλερ είναι να επαναφέρει τον Μπρετ στη ζωή.
We're done, so you can stop cooling the room. Are we ready to inject? Take that.
Once we've treated the aneurysm to the best of our ability, then we reverse the process. We start the pump back up again.
911
He's too cold.
Now, instead of cooling, we warm through that unit. As the body temperature comes up, the heart will begin to activate again. Initially, it'll just flicker.
Okay, we're fibrillating now.
If everything goes just right, it will start spontaneously into a normal rhythm.
We're rewarming. As we rewarm, the body will start to bring back its normal function.
Scissors straight.
The problem is not so much stopping the heart. The problem is to restart the heart.
Περιμένουν με αγωνία καθώς το ζεστό αίμα κυκλοφορεί στις φλέβες του Μπρετ. Ελπίζουν ότι αυτό θα βοηθήσει την αποκατάσταση της καρδιακής λειτουργίας. Αν όχι, θα αναγκαστούν να κάνουν ηλεκτροσόκ. 17 λεπτά από τη στιγμή που η καρδιά του Μπρετ είχε σταματήσει, αναζητούν το παραμικρό σημάδι ζωής.
Hey, he moved. Well, he did move that time. That's the first time he's moved, so. We all kind of, make a sigh of relief. Okay, he's back with us. He converted.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
So we didn't have to even shock him. His heart was so healthy that it just went on its own.
This is P-waves. Couldn't have gone any better. All the little vessels that we were so worried about were preserved. We're not out of the woods. We're not out of the woods until he really wakes up and is okay. But so far, so good.
I know my wife and children think this is one of the neatest things there is, because they think, wow, my dad, can bring him back to life.
Hi, how's everybody?
Okay.
First thing is, it could not have gone any better. So it went extremely well. Second thing is, we're not out of the woods until we're out of the woods. But we're over the big hump. So hang in there and be patient. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Okay? All righty. Nice to see you. Hang in there. Okay. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Ο Μπρετ μεταφέρεται στην εντατική, κοντά στους αγαπημένους του που αγωνιούν.
Okay, I thought that you had a chance to just at least say hi to him. He may be awake, he may not. We definitely got him to sleep. Did as well as you could expect. It's just a matter of time now. We just have to wait and see how he wakes up. The neuro testing looked good. But right now he looks great.
You did good, Brett.
Love ya.
Ο Μπρετ Κέρερ επέζησε του κλινικού θανάτου. Τώρα είναι θέμα χρόνου το να αναρρώσει πλήρως και να συνεχίσει τη ζωή του κανονικά.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I'm sorry.
Ο Μπρετ Κέρερ αρχίζει να συνέρχεται μετά από μια πολύ σοβαρή επέμβαση στον εγκέφαλο. Κατά τη διάρκεια της εγχείρησης, η καρδιά του σταμάτησε και επί 17 λεπτά ήταν κλινικά νεκρός.
You're okay. You gotta leave that tube in there.
Hey, Brett, show me 2 fingers on this hand. Let us know you're okay. Show me 2 fingers.
Yay, good job. He held up 2 fingers for them. But it was such a good feeling. He just, it was so nice to hear him.
Pennsylvania. You remember what month this is? July.
This is a big insult to the body. It takes time to recover. You can sort of recover the initial functions of speech, movement, walking, talking, all that very quickly.
But it takes a good 6 weeks to get your energy level back to normal.
I wouldn't see any other reason why he would make a full recovery and live a completely normal life after all this, except for the scar on his head.
Very tired, Brett.
Η πρόκληση υποθερμίας εξασφάλισε στους χειρουργούς τον απαιτούμενο χρόνο για να αφαιρέσουν ένα θανατηφόρο ανέβρισμα από τον εγκέφαλο του Μπρετ. Ίσως όμως να υπάρχει κι άλλος τρόπος για να εξασφαλίσουμε χρόνο, χωρίς να χρειάζεται η αναστολή της λειτουργίας της καρδιάς κάποιου. Ένας επιστήμονας στο Σιάτλ αναζητά μια ασυνήθιστη εναλλακτική λύση αντί της υποθερμίας για να σώζει ζωές.
From whatever unfortunate event occurs, gunshot, car accident, blunt trauma, it's like an egg timer's turned. There's so much time before you need to have some sort of extreme care, some trauma care, but we can't necessarily get that to you right away. The possible outcome of this technology is to buy time, to slow your biological time while not slowing biological time for all the workers around you attempting to get you that emergency care.
Ο Δόκτωρ Μαρκ Ροθ γνωρίζει ότι δεν είναι πάντα δυνατή η μείωση της θερμοκρασίας των ασθενών με πάγο. Για να καταστήλει λοιπόν τις ζωτικές λειτουργίες, αντί να προκαλεί υποθερμία, χρησιμοποιεί αέριο. Του είχαν προκαλέσει το ενδιαφέρον κάποιες ιστορίες για σπηλιές στο Μεξικό που περιέχουν θανατηφόρες ποσότητες του δηλητηριώδους αερίου υδροθείου. Αυτό το αέριο είναι τόσο τοξικό που αρκούν μερικές εισπνοές για να αποβεί μοιραίο.
But there are people who have been knocked down for prolonged periods of time and just woke back up. And I thought, this is clearly an extraordinary event.
Πώς γίνεται όμως οι άνθρωποι να επανέρχονται μετά από την έκθεση σε ένα τόσο θανατηφόρο αέριο? Ο Ροθ άρχισε να αναζητά άλλες παρόμοιες περιπτώσεις.
It turns out that incredibly small amounts of hydrogen sulfide in the atmosphere will cause someone to collapse to the ground with no memory whatever of that experience. And what happens is they fall to the ground, they don't hit their head, and they're brought to room air in time. They just, you can reanimate them, and then they just go around. It's okay.
Η διαίσθηση του Ροθ του έλεγε ότι οι ελεγχόμενες δόσεις υδροθείου προκαλούν μία μορφή νεκροφάνειας. Αποφάσισε λοιπόν να το αποδείξει εργαστηριακά.
All right, so this is the gas lab where we construct atmospheres around animals.
Σε αυτό το εργαστήριο, ο Μαρκ Ροθ έχει κάνει μια εντυπωσιακή ανακάλυψη. Με τη χρήση υδροθείου, αυτά τα ποντίκια κατάφεραν να κάνουν κάτι που δεν έχουν ξανακάνει ποτέ. Να πέσουν σε χειμερή ανάρκη.
The mouse might have a heart rate of 650 beats per minute, but we see the heart rate drop down well under 100 beats per minute, which is a substantial reduction, of course, in heart rate and cardiac output.
Κατά τη χειμερή ανάρκη, η καρδιά του ποντικού δεν σταματά, απλώς χτυπά πιο αργά. Η θερμοκρασία του σώματός του πέφτει κατακόρυφα. Μπορεί να διατηρηθεί σε αυτή την κατάσταση χειμερίας νάρκης για ώρες και να επανέλθει στη ζωή χωρίς καμία βλάβη.
As you see here, this animal's just hanging out, waiting for us to put it back in the cage to have dinner.
Το όνειρο του Ροθ είναι να μεταφέρει αυτή την έρευνα από τα ποντίκια στους ανθρώπους. Ακούγεται περίεργο, αλλά ελπίζει να προκαλέσει χειμερή ανάρκη σε ανθρώπους χρησιμοποιώντας απλά αέριο. Σε κατάσταση χειμερίας νάρκης, ο ανθρώπινος μεταβολισμός θα επιβραδυνόταν κατακόρυφα, προστατεύοντας το σώμα ακριβώς όπως η ψήξη. Το σημαντικό όμως είναι ότι δεν θα χρειαζόταν να ανασταλεί η καρδιακή λειτουργία.
What we're looking to do is to depress the metabolic rate. Just a modest amount. We don't have to turn you off altogether. If you could slow the metabolism of a patient, then you could buy time preventing the patient from dying.
Έχουν περάσει 3 μήνες από την εγχείρηση του Μπρετ και βρίσκεται στο σπίτι του, στην Πενσιλβάνια. Ο Μπρετ δυσκολεύεται να καταλάβει τι του συνέβη εκείνη την ημέρα, όταν η καρδιά του σταμάτησε για 17 λεπτά.
I was obviously, at that point, definitely laying in God's hands the whole time.
I think that he was just being held by an angel or, you know, or something while they worked on his body.
God just keeps you on standstill for a few minutes and so he can do his work and fix you up. It's hard to describe because I don't remember a thing, but...
Η ανάρρωση του Μπρετ ήταν εντυπωσιακή. Σήμερα, επιτέλους, εκείνος και η Ann θα παντρευτούν.
A few months ago, we were a little concerned if we were going to make it, but it was amazing. We're very thankful that we had the opportunity to get married.
Today you promise to each other, and by God's blessing, will you love and honor each other as man and wife for the rest of your lives?
Yes.
In sickness and health.
Sickness and health. Just knew it. I knew I was going to be okay. I mean, like I said, there's always that little bit of doubt, but you have to give it all. There's nothing you can do. You just say, God, here I am. Take care of me.
I wasn't sure I'd ever see him get out of that hospital. Thank God that he was